All right, so we're here with Utah State running back Javen Jacobs. I'm saying that right. It's Javen Jacobs? Okay,
Yes,
I always got to double check with names. So Broncos talked a lot about his progression system, different things like, it's like martial arts. You can get, the yellow belt, green belt, black belt, whatever. Talked about you having already achieved the highest spot in that. Kind of walk me through that, where you are in that whole progression system.
Yeah, so our progression system through our testing categories, it's different based off position. So for O-line, they'll have a different amount of tests. Like they have clean 225 bench. They just have a different variety of tests, and they can drop a category. And then I think it's the same for big skills, or it varies based off position. But for me as a running back, running back and skill and quarterback, we have 40 broad jump, vertical, and 5'10" 5 shuttle. And yeah, so basically the way the testing works is based off of what numbers you hit. So if you test higher in a certain category, then if all your numbers are up in that top category, then that's the color you get, and it's represented through the shirt that you wear. So I was able to test in the black, which is at the very top of the categories. Only a few in blue, but my average took me to the black. So, but basically I just, I started off at New Mexico in the dark gray here, and then I got red, which is blue here. And then now this time around in the spring, I got black. So I've been able to just, can increasingly get better at it, and, just maximize and put in more time to earn those numbers. So
Bronco made a comment that a lot of guys who get that highest level, they tend to go on play the NFL.
Yeah.
Is that kind of an expectation you're setting yourself up for? Is if you're hitting these performance marks, these athleticism things, you feel like that can take you to the next level?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like that's my goal, is to get to the next level from Utah State. So I just do everything in my power, to take the feedback that I get from whether it's on the field or in the testing categories to continue to get better so I can get to that next level.
So last time you played at Merlin Olsen Field, you had yourself a career game by most marks. I think it was career high 128 all-purpose yards. You scored 2 touchdowns. What can you tell me about that game where you had a pretty good game, but it was also against the team that you're now playing for?
Right. No, it was definitely a bittersweet moment. Just because I had a lot of fun. I balled out and, had a couple touchdowns and had a lot of fun out there. And then, I had a season-ending injury. And then obviously now I was playing against my teammates now. So it was definitely a full circle moment coming here. But in a sense, I feel like it was God's plan for me to end last season in that manner, and then come back here and, finish my unfinished business at this stadium and with this university. So it's pretty exciting.
What do you want fans to know most about you? Because most of what they know about you now is what you did against them in that game, Utah State against New Mexico. But what do you want them to know about you as a player and as a person?
Well, I just want them to know as a player that I'm versatile. I love the game. I can make plays in and out of the backfield and on special teams as well. And I'm going to do everything in my power to help this team win every game. And so we can go, win the Mountain West Championship and go to the College Football Playoffs and win that. That's my goal. I only shoot for the top. So they just need to know that, I'm going to give them my all every day. Every day I'm on the field. So, and then you said as a person as well.
Yep.
Yeah, as a person, I would just say for me, kind of like Coach Mendenhall in his program, it's family first, last, and always. And I believe in God, and I feel like I'm here. We're all here for a reason, and I'm here just to give God His glory and just have fun with my football career, and hopefully I'm blessed to make it to the next level from there.
Mentioned that versatility. You had 17 receptions, even though you had 40 carries, so a pretty high ratio of receptions to rushes. Do you see yourself as kind of receiving backs, or some guys that people know like Christian McCaffrey and guys like that? Do you kind of model yourself as some of these receiving backs that people have seen in the NFL?
Yeah, absolutely. I model my game after McCaffrey, Barkley. I feel like now it's pretty common for guys to be receiving backs as well in the NFL. You got to be able to do a little bit of both. So, but those are some of the key guys that I watch, and like Jahmyr Gibbs, and as I said, Barkley, McCaffrey, and just seeing those guys, watching their tape and seeing what I could add to my game. So I love watching those guys.
Then just final question. Obviously, you've had a chance to play under Bronco. What do you want fans to know most about him as a coach and what he's doing with this team for the upcoming season?
Well, I just want fans to know for Coach, he's just he's got high expectations for us, and he's gonna push us every day, and he's gonna bring the best out of all of us as a team and as a staff. I know that it starts from the top, so everybody is essentially has those expectations from him, not just the players. So he brings the best out of everybody, and I'm so grateful for that. And he's gonna have us well prepared for every game, and that's what I love most about Coach is he's just honest upfront, and he doesn't do anything that doesn't essentially that like he doesn't do or say anything that doesn't hold value or mean something. Like everything we do is calculated to be the best, to become better. So it's not like every move and everything that we do is calculated to get to the top. So that's what I love most about Coach.
All right, that's all I got. Thank you very much, Javen.